How you doing? This is Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com and the Women Report, and I'm going to go over four schools, in-state schools, FCS schools, the recruiting prospects in Illinois, and how what I've heard from talking to Illinois high school coaches and their feelings towards these coaching staffs. I'm going to have SIU, Illinois State, Western Illinois, and Eastern Illinois. Got a couple few notes. Going to read them off. Going to explain a couple few things, but simple as that. Take it how it is. Again, um, just to do a brief overview, these four schools, nothing really bad. They're actually four of them are really good, really stand out coaching staffs. But they're different in their own way, um, different ways of recruiting, and I think they're smart for the ways that they recruit. And there's no real objection that much. Not really that many bad things about from high school coaches. Now, first school, SIU. SIU, they hired Nick Hill a couple of years ago. Really young coach with a young coaching staff, and so far he's trying to build a program there. He's had great impressions with the high school coaches. He's doing a great job marketing himself and marketing his program. Um, good job doing up north. Me personally, I like the fact that him and his staff, they go after, how do you say, they go after the underlooked player that deserves a little more respect in the rural areas, and they do a great job getting those kids. And Hill has done a spectacular job getting the Salukis name out there. Like I said before, great job. Trevor Olson, another great coach, great offensive line coach. He's pulling a lot of offensive linemen out of the state of Illinois. Very good offensive lineman. To remind you guys, just got the kid out of Jacobs, which is a great pull for him. But great, just a all around great young staff for the SIU Salukis. I expect big things for in the next recruiting class. They got the kid strong out of Althoff Catholic, and I think again this is a coaching staff and a team that's on the rise, a program that's on the rise, and another program to watch out for. And I know Nick Hill was part. I think he was part of that great SIU program when he played football, and that's another bonus. You got a former player that's coaching at his alma mater, which is a pretty much bonus. All right, next one, we have Illinois State. Now, um, Illinois State, if I'm not mistaken, was in that FCS championship a couple of years back, and they're still doing a good job, and they still are. I consider people might disagree with me because they're fans of other schools. I think Illinois State is the best FCS school in the state of Illinois. Very good, basically an FCS powerhouse. They're still recruiting good. They're doing a great job recruiting also out of state too for Illinois State. But Speck's doing a good job. I've met some of the Illinois State coaches. Have had nothing but to say great things about these coaches. Great guys. They do a great job. And again, a little bit older on the older side next to SIU, but they have a few young coaches to watch out for that also appeal to a lot of the younger players, and that's a good thing for Illinois State. I do see Illinois State getting another good crop of Illinois players for next season, and nothing's a great motivator for a young recruit than you're a winning program. Just simple as that. Uh, Speck, the head coach, Illinois State, another great head coach. There was talks that he was going to go somewhere else and all the other crap, but he's staying with Illinois State. Um, that says a lot. A lot of the high school coaches that I've talked to have a great amount of respect for him. Um, just overall, a great guy that I've heard nothing but good things about. So Illinois State, basically stays where it is. It's going to keep recruiting good, and still a powerhouse. So can't say anything bad about that. All right, next one. Going through my notes. All right, next one's a new one. Western Illinois, uh, just I think he was hired last year, if I'm not mistaken. Charlie Fisher, head coach. Uh, I believe he's a Texas boy, if I'm not mistaken. Um, had a chance to meet him at Glacier Clinics. Great guy. Um, I think he did the smart thing, doing what SIU did, getting a younger staff to appeal to the kids. I think that they've had some bad years. Yes, that's true, but it's still an appealing program with an appealing group of coaches, a great university. My thing is, can they get um, can they get the basically the recruit self of self of basically south of Chicago, that little area, because that'd be a great place for them to recruit. They could pull some major recruits out of that area, but again, it's probably too much on a platter. But they're doing a great job of what they're doing. Ty Howe, a coach that a lot of high school coaches have talked about, good, and I'm forgetting the other guy. I'm sorry, I met you twice. I'm forgetting his last name. Um, Stockton. Stockton. Another great guy, does a great job with the kids. Great, another young recruiter to look out for, defensive line coach. So Western Illinois, they're looking good. They're progressing. They're going through the motions of recruiting. Um, haven't heard anything bad about from the high school coaches about Western Illinois. I know some of them have said, "Well, I wish they would recruit more," but it is what it is. Western Illinois is basically Western Illinois. I hate to say it, but again, they're going through the motions and expect big things from them. And they pulled some good recruits. They got some nice walk-ons. I really do like their walk-ons that they had from Illinois. I think it's gonna be a learning year, but I think that it's a team to just look out for. All right, my last one, and this is sad. Um, Eastern Illinois. You have Eastern Illinois, still a good school, still a good school. What scares me about this school and about this program is that this program is going to get the short end of everything, and that's just my feeling. That's just me. This program is one of the biggest legacy programs in the state of Illinois. You have Coach Spoo. You have two other coaches before that. It's just a really good program, a strong traditional football program. Um, and it just scares me that just some of the things that I'm hearing about, just them getting short on the stick and funding and all that other stuff. I really, really hope that it's not true, and I think Eastern Illinois is one of the best programs in the state of Illinois. I know they've had a couple slow years. Um, I know a lot of high school coaches are a little bit not happy because they don't really publicize themselves that much, Eastern Illinois. But again, that's always been sort of a tradition of Eastern Illinois. They've always been silent. I personally, I call them the Panther Mafia, basically, because they're that silent. But they're a great school, great tradition, the legacy of Spoo, Dino Babers. I hope Kim Dameron can get everything set for Eastern Illinois. It's a great program. Eastern Illinois has always been a program that recruits high character kids and kids that are motivated for being overlooked. That's always been Eastern Illinois' strong points in recruiting, and that's why I have so much respect for Eastern Illinois. I'm just hoping that this program basically rebounds, and I hope they just do good. I hope all of these programs do good, all of them do good, because that means that the Illinois recruits are doing good, and it's good for the state of Illinois. So, saying to be Eastern Illinois, I wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope everything works out, and I hope you guys just start winning games. So, but That's basically it. Discussed Eastern, Western Illinois, Illinois State, SIU. Again, a lot of you got SIU has got a really he's got a young coach. Three programs who got old coaches, but three of the programs have young coaching staffs, and one has middle-aged coaching staff. The smart thing to always to do now is to have a young recruiting coach. It is now because the kids respond more to younger recruiting and that. But again, it is what it is. We live in a new era of football, so best luck to you for schools and that. If you have any questions that, please email me at coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Also follow me on Twitter at Coach Big Pete, also at Deep Dish Football on Twitter. I'm also both on Facebook, Coach Big Pete, Deep Dish Football. If you have, like I give my email, sorry. If you want to give a donation or a tip and you like my video, go to deepdishfootball.com and on the right hand, there is send Coach Big Pete a tip for my work. Again, this is Coach Big Pete of Deep Dish Football, and have a good night.